Hello everyone and welcome to my first haul of the year. I honestly wasn't expecting to do a haul this year because I had decided to just focus on reading the books that I have and only buy new releases, and I do have a bunch of pre-orders on Amazon, but other than that I was thinking of just buying the missing bits and pieces of series that I have, but I mean, that didn't kind of happen. You know, things change. I love books. I have a problem. I'm a bookaholic. It happens. So here I am with books. Now the first book arrived several days ago and I get home and I see a box for me and I'm like, I haven't really ordered any books. What's up with that? And I haven't ordered anything, actually. I'm like, where's this box from? And it was a big box. It didn't look like a book box. It looked like, I don't even know. But I opened it and it was a book. It's a book that I won in a giveaway on Goodreads, which is awesome. I love winning books on giveaways. It's so cool. You know, free books are the best. Seriously. Anyway, so the book that I won is called The Wrath of a Shipless Pirate. It's by Aaron Pogge and it's the second book in the Godlander's War. I didn't know it was the second book, I thought it was the first one, and when it arrived I had just finished reading the book that I was reading. So I was like, oh perfect, I can just read this next, and then I found out it's the second book and I'm like, yeah, I can read this next because I haven't read the first book. So... but anyway, it seems really interesting. It's about pirates and adventures and vengeance. So I'm looking forward to reading this eventually at some point when I acquire the first one. I also received Wild by Cheryl Strayed as a present from my brother and my sister-in-law because my brother had read it and liked it very much, and every time when I would see him or talk to him he would be like, hey, did you read that book yet? Did you read that book yet? I'm like, no, I don't have it. So finally he got it for me. And it does seem interesting. It's it's a non-fiction. It's about the journey of this woman, Cheryl Strayed. Well, she basically hiked on this, what was it called? On this path that goes pretty much along the whole western side of the country, from bottom to top or top to bottom. I think she started in California all the way to Washington, and she hiked and hiked and hiked, and it's just her journey during the hike and self-discovery and all that fun stuff, so I'm definitely looking forward to reading that as well. Also, I got another free book called Chasing Angel. It's by Jennifer Whale and it's the third book in the Divisa series, and I was actually involved with the first two books. I was the editor for those two books, and as a thank you Jennifer decided to send me the third book, which was really amazing, so thank you Jennifer for giving me that book. And I will be rereading the first two and reading the third one and kind of marathoning through them, so I haven't read it yet, but I will, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. Another book that I got kind of as a giveaway in a way was Luminous by E. Bell, and it was given to me by the author to review, and I haven't gotten to that yet, but I'm looking forward to reviewing it. I think it's a standalone and it's less than 200 pages, so it shouldn't take me long to read, but I've just been reading other stuff so far, but I will read it, and thank you for giving it to me. I'm definitely looking forward to reading it. And then yesterday I went out with a friend of mine and we went to some bookstores and I got some books, even though I didn't mean to, but these things happen. So a little history on the story. Currently I'm reading Sweep, which is a book about witches. There's 15 really tiny books in the series. Oh, it's by Kate Chernin, and I have all of them except number 13 and 14. So yesterday when I went out with my friend, I was like, hey, do you mind going to this used bookstore, half-price books, and see if they have them there, because I'm currently reading it, and I mean, I'm only on the second book, but eventually, I mean, they're tiny, so I will get to 13 and 14 eventually, and I don't have them, and I kind of want to read them. So we went to half-price books, and I didn't find what I was looking for, but I did find some books. So I went in the store and all the books were literally screaming buy me, buy me. I wanted all the books, I wanted them all, but I held myself back and I didn't get all the books, sadly. But I did get a few books, and I ended up going to the clearance section and getting a couple books from there. So one of the books that I got is this one, Life and Anecdotes of George Washington, and technically it's for young readers, but I don't care because it's a really cool edition and the information is presented in an interesting way. And I mean, who wouldn't want to learn about George Washington? So I thought it's a good book to have in my library. Also, it was only $1. Next, I found 2 books in the Artemis Fowl series. I think there's 8 books in the whole series. It's by, how do you pronounce that name? Eoin Colfer? I think that's number 5 and number 6, so that's The Lost Colony and Time Paradox. And this is a series that I've wanted to read for a while now, but I don't have any of them. And when I saw these, and they're only $2 each, I was like, hey, awesome! So I started collecting them now, and once I have all 8, I will read them. Next up, I saw book number 3 in the Bartimaeus trilogy by Jonathan Stroud, and this one's called Ptolemy's Gate. I have the first book in the series. Again, I haven't read it because I knew that there's more and I knew that they're out, and when there's books out from a series, I kind of want all the books so I can read them together. So now I just need to find the second one and I'll have all 3 of them and I'll be able to read them. And last but not least, from this bookstore, I found Wicked Lovely by Melissa Marr, and it was again only $2, and I have the second one, Ink Exchange, and I've read the second one. These are the kind of series that the books have, even though it's the same world, the different books have different protagonists, so even though you haven't read, say, the first book, it's fine to read the second one. And when I was reading it, I didn't know that there's a first one before it, which is really weird because I usually find these things out before I start reading a book. But anyway, so now I have the first one and I can read it, not them, I can read it and then reread the second one. That'd be fun. I think there's another one after that, or maybe 2 more after that, I don't know. But in any case, it's about fairies, and the second book was really interesting. I really enjoyed the second book, so I'm assuming I will enjoy the first one as well. So these are the books that I got from Half Price Bookstore. 5 books for less than $10. I'd say that was a pretty good bargain. But since I still haven't found my sweep books, I decided to drag my friend to Barnes & Noble and hope that they would have the omnibus of 13, 14, and 15. Even though I have 15, I mean, I was still okay if I would find the omnibus to get it. Also, my friend had given me a gift card for Barnes & Noble, so I had some money to spend there. So that was awesome. And I didn't find my sweep books, but I did find some other books. So the first book that I got is Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes, and this is the first book in the Fallen Kingdom series. I have the second one, Rebel Spring. It just came out recently, and what's funny, so we were in the store and I'm like, let's play the game what does which books Elena has, you know, because I have all the books in the whole entire world, and I have quite a lot of books. It's so funny. It's like all the, like, when you go to the YA section, I have at least a third of those books. But anyway, that's besides the point. So I grabbed Rebel Spring and I'm like, hey, that's the first book of a series that I have the second of. And then I'm like, oh wait, that's the second book that I have. I had a silly moment, okay, it happens. And also there's so many books there. It's like, and I've looked at them so many times that sometimes I'm not even sure if I have this book or if I don't. It's a very weird feeling. But anyway, so I got the first book and now I can read it. Oh, actually, second one. And I can read the second one. Woohoo! And then I saw 2 books next to each other and I had wanted them. Actually, I haven't wanted them for long, but the want is really big. And I saw them and they're sitting next to each other and I'm like, should I or shouldn't I? And then my friend's like, well, you can always get one and then come back for the second. I'm like, no, but they're meant to be together. So I walked around and looked at other books, and then I went back and I got them. I couldn't separate them. It was just these two sitting together and looking so pretty, and I just couldn't separate them. So I got them. So it's Eon and Iona by Alison Goodman, and I don't really know much about the series except that it's about dragons and magical study and sword work and dragons and awesomeness. I'm looking forward to reading this. I think it's a duology, so I have both of them so I can read them, and they're just so pretty. Look, don't they belong together? You know, anyone would have gotten both of them together. Who could separate these two? So anyway, these are the 3 books that I got at Barnes & Noble, and technically I didn't really pay much for these because I already had the gift card, so I haven't paid a lot for these books, and these are all the books so far. Actually, I would have shown you 2 more books if I hadn't gotten this instead of the package that I was waiting for. So then I guess on Monday I'll be doing a mail time video, because that's when my boxes will get here. In the meantime, spoiler alert, I got my Birchbox the other day and there's this awesome nail polish. And I did film the video when I got it, but I haven't had a chance to edit it yet, so... And then I got books and I decided that books trump Birchbox, so Birchbox will probably be tomorrow, because I couldn't wait to share my new books with you. And now that I've shared them, I'm gonna go and read, because I like reading, and reading's awesome. So yeah, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what did you think about them without spoiling them, because I haven't read them yet. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go now. Bye.